waddling a little bit, it's because I'm still sore from the Cardinals fantasy camp. So if you haven't seen that video, go watch last week's video. But this week, we're heading to Los Angeles, or St. Louis, Lambert International, and then we'll be going to Portland and then to Chicago. The theme for this week is the power of positivity. Power of positivity, inspired and dedicated by my coach at fantasy camp, the sports psychologist, Bob Tewksbury. Those same principles that apply in sports apply everywhere. So let's go catch an airplane, shall we? All right, made it to LAX, here for like 18 hours, then heading to Portland. Got to get prepped for my meeting. I'm back at it. 4:05. Oh boy, am I a little sore. The theme for the week is the power of positivity as far as trying to maximize performance in really whatever you do. There are several key components to creating that positivity. The first key to positive thinking is being prepared. Do whatever you can.
You're aware that a counter's been made and you'd rather
terminal transfer to gates 52A to 52J. The first thing to having a positive attitude is making sure you're prepared. Be ready for the meeting. Be ready for whatever the task at hand. Do the preparation and do as much as you can. Don't over-prepare, don't under-prepare, just be prepared. All right, let's go to change terminals. What's your name?
Elma.
Hi, Elma. All right, apparently I get a video, so we're good.
Okay.
We can.
Alrighty, okay. Let me get the door for you.
Apparently I get my own personal drive over to the terminal.
Please buckle for us?
Sure. So I'm on the terminal. I'm in a car over to my gate.
This is Loris, our driver, and Mr. McCone.
Hi guys.
How are you?
Hello.
Good, thank you.
Hello, hello. And all of
There's quite a lot of traffic.
Yes, it is. People are amazed when they actually get out here and see it. They don't see what it takes behind the scenes to get your flight in the air.
Holy cow. The drive across terminals, nice touch. Nice touch. Okay, so I'm flying to Portland, spent 18 hours here. Of those 18 hours, I think I slept 10 of them. And I'm going to spend a little bit more time getting prepared for my next 2 days worth of meetings before I fly back to Chicago. Made it to Portland, need to find a cab. Taxis. So, made it to Portland, had a client dinner, which was fantastic. I've got these 2 client meetings tomorrow, but what we did today, in the spirit of kind of the first step in how do you be positive in your work, and whether you're an athlete or any type of professional, I think that the first thing to really having that positivity is being prepared. And so the purpose of the dinner tonight was to meet with the client to really understand, what his expectations were for the meeting. So in the meantime, it's 10 Pacific. I don't know what clock I'm on, but it's certainly not Pacific time still. And so I'm going to get some sleep and have hopefully a good meeting tomorrow morning. Walking to breakfast, it's like 6:50 or something. Aaron, why are you scheduling breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning? Fortunately, that's 9 o'clock Central Time, back to some time zone math, so I'm just trying to keep that in my head. Power power of positivity. Being positive is going to create better results. The second key piece, focus on the task at hand. I had a 4-hour client meeting that I had to run yesterday. We were very prepared. We had worked with the team. But when you're getting ready to perform, when you're getting ready to do your thing at work, you got to focus on the task at hand. And if you're just focusing on the task at hand, you don't let any of that negative stuff creep into your mind, you're going to do better. Made it back to the Chicago crib. It's great to be back here. The third piece of the puzzle for that positivity is act confident, okay? And notice that I said act confident because it's really hard to be confident. Over time, as you practice, as you're prepared, as you do everything you need to have that positive mindset, you will gain confidence. But before you have actually gained that confidence, know that you've done everything that you can, and once you've done that and it's time for you to do whatever you need to do, act like you know what you're doing. Act like you've been there before. Act like you are going to do whatever you can at the best ability. And acting confident and being confident are two entirely different things. It's 10:30. It is certainly past my bedtime in some time zone. Good night. So I am on my way into the office this evening. Kelly and I are hosting a reception for Mizzou Law students and fellow University of Missouri School of Law alumni. So that should be fun. Back in the office. Wanted to wrap up the power of positivity. I'm gonna put some chapstick on. It's cold here in Chicago. Lips get chapped. The power of positivity, or not letting negative thoughts get into your mind. And I was thinking, well, how does that apply in the corporate context, and how does that just apply in life in general? And how do you try to maintain or have that positive attitude, or at least put yourself in the best position to be positive with whatever you're doing? We covered 3 things. First, be prepared, right? Second is focus on the task at hand. Don't start thinking about results. Don't start thinking about perceptions. Focus on the task at hand. Final key piece, and this is really easy. Act confident, right? Don't necessarily be confident. Once you've figured those first 2 out and you've started to act confident, you will get confident. But act confident. Own it. Next week, I'll be going to Los Angeles, then San Francisco, then Columbus, Ohio. So I'm going to finish doing up some work. I'm going to go to our happy hour, mash that like button, subscribe. Come on, people. You know the drill. We'll see you next week. Here, this is Veronica. She helped organize. She's my EA. She's awesome.
Hi.